It's 0619. You are the tactical action officer on the USS Spruance, and you own every weapon on this ship. The morning started routine. The Lincoln was 90 miles west, running strike ops into Iran. Your job was to sit between her and anything that wanted to ruin her day. Standard screen position. Standard threat environment. Then the Hawkeye report hits your console and nothing is standard anymore. 4 inbound ballistic missiles, dozens of additional air contacts. The report gives you the launch coordinates, the trajectory, and a number that sits in your chest like a stone. 15 minutes to Lincoln impact. You key the 1MC before the report finishes printing. General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Up and forward on the starboard side, down and aft on the port side. Reason for general quarters, inbound air contacts. You don't wait for the ship to finish responding. You're already at the radar. Your Spy 1 paints 30 contacts at low altitude, a staggered line pushing south out of the coastal haze at barely 100 knots. You classify them in 4 seconds, one-way attack drones, the cheap Iranian kind, each one worth less than a used pickup truck. Each one carrying enough explosive to gut your engine room or shred your radar antenna. 30 of them stacked in a line pointed at your ship. You call away the MH-60 Romeo. It claws off the flight deck and banks east. Hellfire's on the rails. You watch it go on the camera feed and turn back to your console. On the signal bridge, your EW team spins up Drake. The ship starts broadcasting a ghost version of itself miles from your actual position, like swapping your house number with the neighbor you've never liked. The hitman shows up at the wrong door. You watch from the window. Except in this version, the hitman is a 100-knot drone with a shaped charge. And you have about 90 seconds before it figures out the trick. The Mk-45 swings north and opens fire. You feel the concussion through the deck plating every time it cycles. 70-pound shells with variable time fuses. The fragmentation ring expands 30 meters from the target, which means your gun doesn't need a perfect solution. It needs to be close. First air burst drops 2 drones clean. A third absorbs fragments, loses 1 engine, keeps coming on the other. The autoloader cycles at 20 rounds per minute. Your loaders in the deep magazine are feeding shells into the breech in a rhythm you can feel in your teeth. Lock, break, slew, reacquire. 3 seconds per cycle, 400 meters of closure in the gap. 24 contacts, 21. You're managing the count, the fuel state on the Romeo, the reload rate on the magazine, and the ballistic track updates from the Hawkeye simultaneously. The ballistic warheads are at apogee now. Beginning descent, you log it. There's nothing you can do about it. The Peterson owns that problem. Your problem is the 21 contacts still pushing south toward your ship. Then your Jude, the junior officer watching the surface radar, cuts across everything. Surface. Contacts. Bearing 085. Fast movers. 40 knots, inbound. You pull the surface picture. IRGC fast attack craft. A dozen of them screaming in from the east, some rigged as one-way attack vessels. Enough explosive in the bow to punch through your hull on contact. Your 5-inch is pointing north at 21 drones. The boats are east. You have 1 main battery and 2 active threat bearings, and no version of this geometry that works out clean. You go to flank speed and put the helm hard to port. Throwing a wall of white water off the stern won't sink 50-foot boats, but it breaks their formation. A coordinated wolf pack can overwhelm your defenses. The same pack attacking one at a time is just target practice. You need them scattered, you need them slow, you need more time, because time is the only thing you have left to spend. The Mk-38 finds the lead boat at 2,500 meters through a deck, rolling 15 degrees. You watch the tracer walk across the water until the engine housing detonates. You call the Romeo off its picket station and vector it east. Hellfire into the second boat. Clean. Your pilot calls 7 missiles remaining. You acknowledge and don't answer because you're already watching the drone count. 18. Still pushing south. The remaining boats scatter. They'll regroup. You have maybe 4 minutes before they reorganize and make another run. 4 minutes is a long time in this fight. 4 minutes is nothing. You swing the 5-inch back north. The drone count grinds down through the next 6 minutes. Your 50 cal crews pick up the contacts the 5-inch can't reach. The Murphy is running the same drill 90 miles east, managing her own drone swarm, and her own fast boats, and her own version of this impossible geometry. You monitor her traffic on the net, but you can't help her. You have enough of your own problems. You're down to 8 drone contacts when the EW console lights up.